now I'm confident that anything I can turn into the way. The first contact, it wasn't like official contact through books or anything. I was at home alone, and suddenly I felt this very strong need. We can say it was calling to sit down and breathe in and breathe out. And later on, I learned that the Buddha sometimes when people really suffer, that he just extend his hand to become a friend. Just be my friend. It's not about one suffering. Just because I had a big ego, I don't think I'm the only one who had that big ego. So whatever I do, wherever I go, I keep meeting the same situation, keep meeting some dissatisfaction. Right before I started to meditate, I remember I had one dream with thousands of needles on my skin. And when I woke up, I knew it was just really limit. I gotta do something about it. I was so stressed. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to exit from like nightmare. That's why I said the Buddha came to me and extended his hand to become his friend. I cannot say it's completely different, but it's at least I understand my mind. When I started meditate, it was just totally confused, and there was suffering, but I didn't know why I suffered. And now, if there's something bother me, some hindrances, I can see at least, and I can see what's the reason why I suffer. That's a big step. Yeah, as I told you, like my first experience meditating was just breathing in, breathing out. So I was doing for 10 years, almost 1 hour per day, until I really felt I had enough of this. I didn't even know how to meditate. Nobody guided me, and I didn't even read a book, nothing to do with Buddhism, just the pure experience, doing. Then when I moved to Mexico, I started to kind of wonder why, what's the direction, why I do it every day, why I do what I do. So I started to search for some spiritual teacher, the places, community, and a church, Muslim community, Africa, India, and I couldn't find it. That's something that really fit me. I couldn't believe that this pure experience I've been having, something to do with the God outside, some external, then I can rely on some external, because it's something happened inside of me. So when I read this, Zen Master Sun San's book, Compass of Zen, and I said, finally I found the path, I found direction, why I do what I do. Then I went to Zen Center in Mexico City of Sun San's disciples, and also this same Kwanung School of Zen had a many Zen center in the world. So I work and save some money and travel to Europe, to US, and to Korea, and maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, just to do retreats, just 10 hours sitting, just straight, and most of the time in silence. Also, that was not really analytical decision. I didn't think, One day, I decided to leave Mexico. I lived there for 10 years. And I said to the abbot of Zen Center where I was practicing that I was leaving and I was going back to Japan. And he said, "Oh, I will miss you." And missing you, this word really hit my mind. Really broke my heart. It really gave me deep sadness. I later on realized this sadness coming from the fact that I'm leaving everything behind. My family, my friends, my community, and also my own self. Then I realized I'm taking this path to become a monastic. Some people cry, and some people, like I can talk about my family, my parents. My mom said, you know, daughter, you want to try many things in life, but maybe there should be something that you don't need to even try. So she didn't want me to try, but she knew also that she cannot stop me doing things. My father, always he wants to pretend that he understands his daughters, and he wants to kind of encourage anything. And he said, oh, that's cool, that's good idea. But when he realized that I was going to be shaved, he was shocked. Because in Japan there are many nuns, and in different traditions they have hair, long hair, and they just hide with a hat. So he thought I was one of that kind of nuns. And when he realized I was going to be shaved, and he was shocked, and he said, don't show me your head. Please put a wig or hat whenever you come see me. That was my father's reaction, but he's happy now. I became nun because I just wanted to practice. And when I found out that I have not enough time to practice, because if you're a novice, then you have to work. You have no time for meditation. It was hard at the beginning. And being a nun, I thought that's gonna be like simple, just to meditate every day and all day. But the nun's life is not like that, So that was sometimes struggle, that I wanted more time for meditate. But now I'm happy that I'm at service of everybody. That whatever I gain as practicing energy through meditation, I can distribute and I can contribute to this society and this community, helping other people and receiving people, serving to people. But this also that I want to meditate, I want to practice. This is very egoistic, right? And now coming to JustBe, we are 100% at service, and also 24/7 almost, That was like big transition from I want something to not having this opportunity to satisfy my ego, practicing my giving up. There are certain things that I wouldn't do. I don't go to club and dance in the club and this kind of thing. I don't do this anymore. But now I have confidence that anything I can turn into the way. So it's not that if I go this way, I practice. Even if I go this way and go straight but distracted and go different way, and also this gonna be the way of practice. So I have confidence, like this whole universe and any activity that I will do, it's gonna be practicing path. So distracting is not distracting. Distraction is welcome because it's good practice for me anyway. Come back to breathing, because we have this stress and overthinking because your body is always here and now. This body cannot go anywhere else, right? Only can be at this moment, present moment. But your mind can go future, the past, and come back to present, and go back to yesterday, go to the next year, and to New York and Tokyo, and in Sadong and here, So try to bring back this mind to this here and now, to get back to this body through breathing in and out. That's the simplest way. And thought itself is not good or bad. Mind habit is to think, that's its job to think. Your mind originally like vast sky, just clear, nothing else. So just like a cloud coming, floating and disappear, it doesn't stay forever. Sometimes it will disappear, just appear and disappear. So you just observe it, and then you ask yourself, what is this one thing? Something is observing. In Zen tradition, we call it hwadu. That's a big question. You don't need to answer, but you ask yourself, what is this? What is this? What is this thing which is watching all this happening? It's actually much more powerful practice than sitting on a cushion floor. Thus, you and I are never separate. That's the one thing that this world needs. It's not specific teaching, but if you really attain this, there shouldn't be war, there shouldn't be conflict. We can do much more things together, and the world needs this teaching now. And more than teaching and understanding as knowledge, you have to experience to become one